Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to see what is a PN junction diode and how does it work in forward bias and reverse bias conditions. Now, when you take a PN junction, if the metallic contacts are given, these are metallic contacts. These are metallic contacts given to the P side and N side such that it can be connected to an external voltage that we call it as bias and can be used for establishing operating conditions for certain electronic devices. Now, diode is a two-terminal device, electronic device, and the circuit symbol, you can see that this is how you can represent the circuit symbol, where the arrow represents the conventional flow of current, and here P is P type and here N is N type. So, that is the PN junction connected to these are the terminals. So, two terminal device, it is a two terminal device. Now, when we will now discuss when you apply this forward bias and reverse bias. Now, what is a bias? An external applied DC voltage. So, we will comparatively understand both simultaneously. So, first I will discuss diode forward biased. So, when you consider the diode, so this is P type, this is N type, this is P type, this is N type, and as you know, in P type you will have the majority charge carriers are holes and in N type majority charge carriers are electrons. Now, I represented open circle here like this for hole and filled in black color circle or point for an electron. Now, what is a forward biased? When you apply an external voltage such that the P type is connected to the positive of the battery and N type is connected to the negative of the battery. So, P type connected to positive, N type connected to negative. If a diode is connected like that, then it is said to be forward biased, and if the diode is connected with the P type to the negative terminal and N type to the positive terminal, then it is said to be in reverse biased connection. Now, what is this one? This is the width of the depletion region and V0 is the barrier potential. Width of the depletion region and V0 is the barrier potential where you will have immobile charges. Now, when you apply a forward bias, what will happen? There will be a voltage which will drop across the depletion region. There will be a voltage that this applied voltage drops across the depletion region. Why does that happen? Across the depletion region, because there are immobile charges, that means there are no free charges in this region, in this depletion region, they are all immobile. So, you do not have any free charges, therefore, there is a high resistance, it offers a high resistance near this depletion region, in this depletion region. So, the voltage drops across this depletion region, but this voltage is opposite to, in a direction opposite to this V0, that is the barrier potential. Now, what is barrier potential? Barrier potential is the potential difference between these two. So, this is V0 between the depletion region. So, the opposite to the V0 and the resultant electric field, because of this there will be an electric field developed because of this potential. So, this V0 is the under no bias condition, V0 refers to the equilibrium barrier potential. So resultant electric field E is weakened. What does that mean? When V and V naught are opposite to each other, that means when the applied voltage is opposite to the barrier potential, equilibrium barrier potential, then the electric field developed will be reduced or weakened. Weakened means strength of that is decreased. So the value is decreased. So as such, what is happening? The width of the depletion region W and the barrier potential V naught decrease. So the effective barrier potential because of the applied voltage V decreases. So what will be the effective barrier height or barrier potential? It is reduced and it is V naught minus V. Now why minus V? Because these two are opposite to each other. Therefore it is V naught minus V. Since the effective barrier height is reduced, what will happen? The charge carriers can move across this junction. So these carriers move. So when the holes are moving from P side to N side, here they become minority. In N side they become minority. And when electrons move from N side to P side, so the majority charge carriers are moving on either side, therefore they become the excess minority on the other side, which means what? These holes into the N side will become minority, and these electrons into the P side will become minority, and this process is called excess minority carrier injection. Excess minority carrier injection. Because of that, so junction offers a low resistance path, and low resistance means it can allow large current to flow. So I'll write this as forward resistance RF because we are in forward bias condition. So I'll represent that as forward resistance RF, low resistance. So large current can flow. So since effective width and effective value of the potential barrier or height decreasing, then charge carriers can move across the junction and therefore the current can flow easily. So low resistance path, therefore large current can flow. Then this magnitude of current is of the order of milliamperes, and it depends on the applied voltage V. So if you increase the applied voltage, now you can see from this figure here. So when there is no bias, this is the V naught, the barrier height. So this is your barrier height from here to here, that is barrier height. But when you apply V, what is happening? As I mentioned here, it reduces. So it reduces, the effective value reduces, therefore the height of this is now from here to here. So this is your, when the bias is applied. So it depends on the applied voltage V. So current is due to diffusion of majority carriers. What do I mean by diffusion of majority carriers? Holes from P side to N side, electrons from N side to P side. So because of that, there is excess minority carrier injection, which I just mentioned. Why excess minority carrier? Because electrons from N side reaching the P side, where they will become the minority. Holes reaching from P side to N side, they will become the minority. So that, because of that, there is a current due to diffusion of majority carriers due to excess minority carrier injection. Now these are the minority carriers. These are minority carriers. So in P side, electrons near the junction, in N side, holes in near the junction. These are the minority carriers. Now, this concentration, these will be moving towards like this, the other end of the junction, and these will be moving this other end of the junction, that means away from the junction, and that constitutes. Now here you can see that the positive of the battery will attract electrons and negative of the battery will repel electrons. So that's how you can have the current in the external circuit that you can see. And then this is called, I'll call this current as forward diode current or diode forward current. Now let us understand the same parameters when it comes to reverse bias. As we have seen in reverse bias, the P type is connected to the negative of the battery and N type is connected to the positive of the battery. And here the voltage, when you apply that voltage, so voltage drops in the depletion region. So this is the depletion region due to the immobile charges, and there are no free charges and high resistance. Therefore, the voltage drops in the depletion region compared to P side or N side. But this V is in the same direction as that of V naught. V is, see, basically V is from plus to minus, so this will be the direction. So plus and minus, so this is the direction. So V is in the same direction as that of the V naught, that is the barrier potential. That means applied voltage V is in the same direction as that of the barrier potential, equilibrium barrier potential. Now look at this. This is the equilibrium barrier potential, and so this will be the equilibrium barrier potential that with no bias. Now in this case what happens? Because these two are in the same direction, the effective barrier height is V naught plus V, which increases. So because that increases, width of the potential, width of the region, width of the depletion region and the potential, barrier potential also will increase. So these will increase, and as such the electric field is strengthened. That means because this is V naught plus V, this E is strengthened, means it increases. So the electric field increases. So as the width increases, it prevents the flow of current. That means ideally speaking zero current, but probably a very small current of the order of magnitude is of the order of microamperes will flow across, and high resistance path. Because of that there is high resistance, and that I will call it as reverse resistance RR. It prevents the flow of current. And the magnitude is, so here you have milliamperes in forward bias and in microamperes in reverse bias. But then it is independent of the applied voltage V. Now what parameter it depends on? It depends on the minority carrier concentration. Because of the electric field increasing, there will be a drift in the minority carriers. Therefore the current is due to drift of minority carriers. Drift means because of this electric field which is increased strength, there will be drift current is always due to minority carriers. Now here holes are minority, here electrons are minority. So because of these drift, due to the increased electric field, there will be a current, and that current is the reverse current that I will call diode reverse current. So this is how you can understand. Now when the bias is applied, what is the potential? V naught plus V, which means it is increasing. Look at this value. So this is your value which is increased. So this is more, and let's say this is V naught. So this is V naught plus V. This is under no bias condition, and this is under biasing condition, that is when the bias is applied. So, to conclude, a forward bias, there will be a large current flowing across the junction, and in reverse bias there will be very small current or no current flowing across the junction. And in reverse bias, if the applied voltage increases, beyond a certain value, so it is increasing and beyond a certain value, I will write this as VBR, beyond that particular value, then there will be a diode reverse current increases very sharply. So that means it is called breakdown voltage. This voltage is called breakdown voltage. That means the diode gets damaged. If you increase the reverse voltage applied beyond this critical value, then the diode gets damaged because of overheating. So we have to take the precaution to see that the voltages applied are within the critical value. The VI characteristics of PN junction I will discuss in the next video. Until then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.